homestead. Today we're going to learn how you fell a tree with a chainsaw, but first you got to get your saw ready. This is my brother. He's going to help do it, so he's actually going to do it. But so tell us what you're doing here. I know you got to tighten the chain first.
The chain's loose, so you got to tighten it. You got to loosen these nuts on the side. There's a screw in here that tighten. I always like to do it so you hear a little snap. Well, I can't really hear it, but
You tighten the nuts
tighten
back
nuts
up.
back up. You don't want it too tight, or to burn the bar chain up. That's about right there.
Okay. And then the chain has teeth that goes two different ways too, right?
Yeah. Two opposite directions. That direction and that direction.
Okay. And you'll sharpen both.
Yeah, I'll sharpen it here in a minute. Need to take the gas oil in it. Clean off the oil cap so you don't get stuck in the tank. And you want to make sure your gas is always mixed properly.
Yeah, you mix that with the 2-cycle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the mixture is 40 to 1.
Yeah.
And that's bar and chain oil, not motor oil. Okay. And this here is how you properly sharpen a chainsaw.
You want to make sure when you're sharpening that you go roughly the same amount of times on each tooth, otherwise you get them uneven and it won't cut straight.
He does all of them the same direction, and then he'll do the second set that faces the opposite direction. That way he knows he's not missing any. Now you don't spin the sharpener part, right? Because it's kind of grooved and it just goes.
No, the file is twisted on its own if you look at it.
Okay, so it just kind of goes. Okay.
Tell them how most chains have marks on them. You go that direction.
Yeah, they all got lines on them. That way you get the right angle when you sharpen it. That way you don't want to be like this, that too much, or that way too much. There's a line there to keep it pretty well same.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
This is your chain brake here. Snap down, chain's locked, pull it back, chain spins.
Okay, now he's gonna fire it up so we can get ready to cut down. So he can get ready to cut down the tree.
You notch it down like that, and then flip the saw over and you cut back until you cut your face out of the tree. And then you start at the front of your notch and bore in and work your way to the back of the tree. And when you almost have it all the way cut, then you snip the back a little bit.
Is that called the hinge? Where's the what's the
Well,
hinge?
the hinge will be here in the front. We can show you the hinge after the tree's cut.
Okay.
You'll see it on the stump and on the tree itself.
Okay.
And when you cut a tree, you always want a clean path away from it, so you have an escape route away from the tree. So nothing falls on you or anything like that.
Right, and you try to cut the tree toward the direction that is going to land naturally, being top heavy or
Yeah,
the landscape
first
pushing it that
time
way.
anyhow. I mean, this tree obviously has a lean that way, so we're going to try to drop it right here.
All right, let's.
Ready?
Yep.
Here's the hinge I was talking about. You can see it on the stump here, where I knocked down and cut back. And then you bore in, and that makes your hinge right through here. And you work your way back. You always pull the saw out and then do a little back cut.
All right, awesome. He makes it look easy, but that's what he does for a living. And now he'll do some topping of it real fast because you got a hard to cut firewood when you got branches all over the place.
Okay.
Awesome. How many minutes are we in?
I don't know.
Into chunks for firewood. We'll cut the chunks to the size we needed. We have fireplace, so our wood it won't be as long as other people's use for like wood burners or outside burners or anything like that. So he'll cut in the chunks the size needed, and we'll split that later, but then he'll also cut this piece down here to show you how not to run your cane into the ground, because that would just dull it. So we'll let him get to work on that. Next task will be we lug this stuff up, move it to where we split it to get it split, and then we'll brick it up and we've got firewood. Alright, thanks Travi.